And we have team coverage of this debate. I'm joined now in the studio by Kres Harrington from DW Sports, and Jaffar Abdul Karim is also joining us here in the studio. Welcome to both of you. And Kres, I'd like to begin with you first because we began by mentioning that the German Football Association, the DFB, they have been trying to sidestep Mesut Özil's accusations, essentially saying, no racism here.
Yes, they did touch on that. They released a statement, of course, addressing the issue. They first thanked Mesut Özil for his immaculate service. You know, he's suited up 92 times for the German national team. But in regards to the racism, quote, for the DFB to have been associated with racism is something we emphatically reject. That was kind of expected. And they went on to say, with regard to our ambassador staff members, our clubs, and the work of millions of volunteers at the grassroots level, clearly we're too diverse to be racist. And they even cited the work they do in terms of integrating football players of different backgrounds to form one. So, and they ended with, we stand for diversity. From the representatives at the very top to the countless people working at the grassroots level. So they're just covering their tracks, Sarah, trying to save face.
But the big question is, does the German public buy it? And I know, Jaffar, you've been out on the streets today because there has not only been criticism of the DFB, we've also had criticism, for example, of Mesut Özil's sponsors. He's called them, he said there's a double standard. He also criticized the media.
Yes.
What do people say about it all?
According to what I saw today and what I heard is there's a gap between what the team is saying and the team responsibles are saying and what's happening on the street. And the people on the street say Mesut Özil is very brave to talk about that there is racism. He's very brave to say and to speak out. And they hope that this is going to be taken very serious and it's an opportunity to talk about racism and everyday racism in Germany, which some people who are living here are facing. And he has a very big support from the people I talked to, and people said, even some commented on the way the responsibles from the team are dealing with it, and they say, why don't they see it as the opportunity to talk, but rather living in denial and saying we're doing campaigns and we have very big diversity, and you even see like the big posters with hashtag no racism. Right. But also they ask, no one from the team member, which is the Mannschaft, they always say it's the Mannschaft, the team, the German team. No one of the other players said anything supporting Özil, only Boateng. And these are all questions people on the street are really asking and really would like to know how it's going to get further.
What are we to make of that, Kres? I mean, you have the view from the sports world, the fact that we have not had those comments from the team. And also, if we just look into the DFB president himself, right. It's really worth noting that he's made his feelings about integration and multiculturalism quite clear in his former career as a politician.
Right. In 2004, he addressed the parliament right here in Germany, saying, in his mind, multiculturalism in reality is a myth, it's a lie, it doesn't work. It should be everyone living together, but the reality on the streets is Germans stay with Germans and other cultures remain with their cultures. And then in 2000, just to fast forward, he also went on to vote against the right for Germans to claim dual citizenship. So he picks his dog with his political view in that sense. Fast forward around 2013, a Turkish-German Green Party politician, Özcan Mutlu, recalled a conversation Grindel was having about his viewpoint on the idea that Germans could have dual citizenship. And, according to Mutlu, he's saying, thinking about this conversation makes him sick and it's cringeworthy. So you have these factored in. And it kind of follows suit to how this has played out, because Grindel has had, kind of two different responses in some sense.
Jaffar, what does this say about the state of integration? The fact that all this is coming up, we have this player who says he's not comfortable wearing a German jersey. He's German.
And this is like a very big question. For me, it's a scandal because, Özil is the person you look up to in Germany. Is the person who took all possible prizes concerning integration. He was a very important team member in the Mannschaft. He is an idol for a lot of young people who has a migrant background. And now he, the one you look up to, is saying this. So what about the others? Who's the hope? Who do you look to? And always, when you talk in German about integration, you always mention the Mannschaft and saying, look at the Mannschaft, our team is functioning and they are all from different backgrounds. And look at Özil, look at Khedira, look at Müller, they all play together and no one is ever asked about the background, what religion, which country they are from, whatever. We are here all German, and now Özil is saying this. So I think it's very serious. They really should take it an opportunity to talk. And take it an opportunity, talk about what's happening. If you denial and you say, no, everything is good, And then this is going to happen again. At the end, you lost a very important player. Beside the integration thing, you lost an important football player.
Well, it is certainly a conversation that is happening right now in the German media. It's happening right here at DW, and we thank you so much to both of you for joining us this evening to share those perspectives. Kres Harrington from our sports desk and Jaffar Abdul Karim from DW News. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.